Do you need me? Nothing can stop me. You call? Happy to join you. The end! Oh wow, this looks really good on me. Your time ends here!
Alrighty guys, so we have got the information. So the live stream is actually happening right now, but we've got the full kit of GINA, so I just kind of want to get it out there. And long story short, there we go. I'm happy. This is exactly what we needed. The fire support element. It is here, she is support. Actually, the best way to actually overall give GINA her title, she's more of a sub DPS support. She has power. She does have power, but she's a support. So basic attack, she's all about the range play. So basic attack, GINA uses telekinesis to help bullets and spears at enemies. Inflicts airborne. Core attack, again, just manipulates the gravity to attack enemies. It applies knockdown. Support skill, GINA fires an orb to inflict airborne. When the skill is used, activates body retrograde and creates a gravitational field that damages enemies and inflicts halt. Halt, basically, it kind of like, well, it's in the name, it basically stops them, right? They can't move. But the body retrograde restores HP equal to GINA's attack, so she's an attack scaling character, and charges the power gauge of all team members over time. So she is a ultimate supporter. So HP is being restored, ult gauge is being powered up, she's halting the enemy, doing damage, and I believe through her weapon she can also restore mana. We'll have to double check that. I think it's mana. But overall, solid. QTE, just doing damage as per usual. Alright. So that's pretty much the basic attack and the skills. Oh wait, my bad. That was the basic, yeah, basic attack. So the skills. So skill 1, GINA sends a gravity sphere that explodes in the direction she's facing. Inflicts airborne, of course. Skill 2, GINA fires a beam, and it's a channeled skill, aka you want to hold down the attack. So it will continuously just, you know, it's basically look at it as like a Kamehameha. And you just hold down the attack button and then she'll extend her attack, of course. She also applies counter current, which will be explained within the passive. And then the ultimate, it's got a decent amount of AoE range, I will say. But she basically throws a massive sphere that creates a big explosion, inflicts airborne, it creates a gravitational field that deals damage and activates halt when the enemies touch it. Halt stops all enemies' actions for several seconds. The best way to explain it, when you do the ultimate or when you do skill 1, you then activate skill 2. Because the enemies are basically locked in place for you to spam the crap out of skill 2 and hold it down. Especially with the ultimate. And you'll see why. We'll get into gameplay in just a second. Heading over to... So this is the passives. When forced descent, gravitational mass, or path of extinction is used, activate the counter current effect. When the maximum number of counter current effect is reached, apply mana circulation to all team members. Mana circulation increases attack and fire damage. Straight off the bat, for a fire support, beautiful. Love it. After creating a gravitational field, apply body retrograde effect to all team members. Body retrograde restores HP and charges the power gauge over time. That's why I say she is a ultimate supporter in terms of you being able to spam it, which is a massive W. So that's the initial passive, which is fantastic, absolutely amazing to see. Now going into the duping side of her, tier 1, oh sorry, A1, not tier 1. When mana circulation is activated, also activates mana transformation. So you grant a shield based on GINA's attack scale, increases damage dealt, decreases damage taken. Mother of God, this A1 is just beautiful, and again providing more in the damage department. Keep in mind, her and Emma herself are just giving us a, got that shield play going on, so good protection. A2 increases the shield effect by a certain amount. When a shield is granted to a team member, increases their damage dealt by a certain percent. This is huge because when a shield is granted, this technically also covers Emma. So whilst Emma is also providing her shield, this should pop off. So that is a massive W on the devs end to provide that. I hope they keep that, because this is a dev build, of course, but this is huge. A2 is huge with how it's got accessibility through 2 characters now. A3, gravitational mass creates a gravitational field effect and applies a gravity boost to targets hit by gravitational mass, deals an extra % of skill damage, interrupts the target, that's huge, increases the target's fire damage taken. So I'm not gonna lie, just going through her passes, I'm just like, oh my god, that's amazing, I gotta get it. A2, oh my god, that's amazing, I gotta get it. A3, oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, okay, you guys get the idea. A4 increases all team members' defense penetration. So this is again basically saying, hey Shuyun, come on in, girls team, Choi, you can chill. Although it's not the end for Choi, you still be usable by a certain percent. This effect is increased for fire element team members, so it's a given. But it's still nice to say that it also affects an overall team, but fire elements will get the better end of it. And then A5, when a gravitational field is created, it activates the space-time gap effect, increases damage of Path of Extinction, which is the beam attack. This damage is further increased when the target is affected by gravity boost. Pretty much the best way I can put it is, if you have A5, you do the ultimate, and then you drop the second skill, and it's a GG. Like, at that point, the enemy is going to get absolutely beamed, pun intended. The weapon increases the user's attack, that's universal, and then the buff, when mana circulation is activated, all team members recover MP and increase their attack and fire damage, and this is stackable. I don't know to what amount, but we've got HP, so she has HP coverage and power gauge coverage, or recovery should I say, through her kit, and then her weapon provides you with the MP recovery. So overall, boys, I can't even sit here and be like, skip GINA. No, when it comes to that fire support, she's here. So yeah, I really cannot complain. They've outdone themselves. I'm grateful and thankful that they didn't stick her in the light department, and this is the beam that I was talking about. You just hold it down, of course. But she's a fantastic support sub-D. I'm glad that they also didn't just make her full-on support. She has power. Chip damage is doable. If you want to, we can build her in a sub DPS form. Again, the best way to kind of go about it is, if you want to build Lead Bora in that offensive manner whilst providing support for the Dark Element, you can do so. And that's the same thing with GINA. It's just with GINA, she really is just packing a punch in terms of the amount of support she is providing for the Fire Element. Let me just say that right now. So, yeah, and the crazy thing is, you can also build Emma in like that sub DPS breaker type of form. So, yeah, a lot of power being presented in the Fire Element, which is fantastic. But, yeah, the ultimate, as you guys can see, as well as the first skill, she has good area coverage, and the enemies get sucked into the middle when you do the ultimate. So your damage output is going to be pretty nice for GINA. So overall, is she worth the pull? 100%. Like, she is a key character, the last key final character for that Fire Element. The Fire Element is officially complete. She is the support character. So if you need that, if you want that, she's here. Like I said, the live stream is still happening, so GINA Arise is the code. You get 50 Powder of Blessings and you get 250k gold. So we'll take that. We'll take that.